I just wanted to go again at the speech the president is giving tomorrow. I mean, just given the context in which he's giving it, where there's 34,000 people have died in Gaza. He's going to be talking about never again and a genocide, and he's protested almost everywhere he goes. With that moniker of Genocide Joe, and I'm just wondering, how is he going to sort of thread the needle of addressing a genocide that happened quite a while ago, while there are some people who are saying that there's one happening right now that he bears some responsibility for. And I understand that that's not the view of the administration, but it's still a very tricky line to walk. And I'm just wondering if you can share any sort of thought as to whether he may be trying to send us a subtle message with this speech at all, or if there's any sort of nod to the broader context in which the speech is being given.
So I'm going to let the president speak for himself. I gave a broad stroke of the day and how important it's going to be for the president to speak on this day of remembrance, the ceremony. So just going to be really mindful there. On your broader question, look, the president understands that this is an incredibly painful time. And we have said that over and over again, and we understand that. And he also respects the right of all Americans to peacefully protest. And also with the understanding and the knowledge of having those conversations, those sometimes really tough conversations with community leaders. And we have done that on the White House. You've heard from senior White House officials, or you've heard us talk about senior White House officials going across the country, having those conversations with Muslim leaders, Arab leaders, Palestinian leaders in talking through this painful moment. And I would also say that this is why this hostage deal is so important. This is why we continue to work around the clock. This is why Director Burns is there, continuing to meet with partners in the region to try to get to this deal so we can get that all-important humanitarian aid, get that ceasefire that is much needed, and also make sure that we get the hostages home, which also American hostages are part of those hostages, and we need to get them home to their loved ones. So that's what we're going to continue to do. The president will speak for himself tomorrow, so I would say tune in, listen to what he has to say. But we understand how painful this is for many, many communities across this country. Thanks.
Has there been input from any of those communities that you mentioned, like as he's been sort of wrestling with the speech and working on it? Have any of those communities had any input into what he should say or what to?
I can't speak to that question about input from communities, but the president understands how important this moment is. And I would say this is a president that tends to meet the moment when it comes to speeches and remarks like these. He understands what's going on, has his fingers on the pulse as far as what people are feeling. And so just not going to get beyond that, and I would say tune in. Go ahead, Gabe.